Devon. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I have been a fan of Converge since its fruition, so I'm so excited to be in the space. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm telling you, when people say that, it means something so much to me. And I know it means something to Omari. We really appreciate the fact that our community has actually, bought into what we're doing here, what we're selling here, like how we're coming about. We are so authentic. So that means a lot, honestly, to hear that. I'm glad. I'm glad that we're continuing in that vein to keep people engaged in the media we're creating here. Miss Devon, you get to tell us all about what Miss Washington Globe 2022 is. Tell us about yourself.
Yes. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Thank you so much. So my name is Devon Williams. I am your reigning Miss Washington Globe 2022. I am a spokeswoman for the WIN Foundation. That's Women in Need Foundation. And Mrs. Globe was founded along with the WIN Foundation in 1996 by Dr. Tracy Kemble. And the WIN Foundation is primarily sponsored by Mrs. Globe, and as an advocate and as a representative for Washington State, not only do I get to go to Palm Springs in May and hopefully win the title of Mrs. US of A, and then go on to China to represent the United States for the title of Mrs. Globe, but I'm a spokeswoman for WIN. So WIN is Women in Need, and Miss Dr. Tracy, she started it after a really terrible circumstance. She was in a very narcissistic, abusive relationship, and seeing a need for herself and other women to recover, she created a curriculum that provides women the tools and the resources and the information to apply, and to, whether you have been through narcissistic abuse or any type of abuse, or whether you're just looking to sharpen your tools, the WIN Foundation is an incredible platform, and Mrs. Globe sponsors that through the Reclaiming Me classes that WIN does. So it's really exciting to be a part of that, and just to have a lot of fun and represent my state and hopefully represent my country.
This is really exciting. I mean, because we understand that, pageantry really has a global reach. I mean, you're talking about Mrs. Washington Globe 2022, and now you can have the opportunity to go and represent not just Washington State, possibly winning the national title, and then going to China to win the international. It's a huge honor and feat, and I'm sure you feel that all the time. But one of the things that I think I really appreciated about some of the things I read in your bio was when we talk about people who have had to deal with narcissistic abuse, that really broadens the scope, because we're not just talking about physical abuse or mental abuse. There is a lot that people deal with in relationships where narcissism is alive and well. And I got to tell you, that really struck me, because I don't think a lot of us think about abuse in that regard. How has it been for you as a spokeswoman for, WIN, to be out there talking about not only the programs of WIN, but how you guys are really empowering people to get out of those kinds of situations?
Yeah, so not only is Mrs. Globe the #1 and the most prestigious pageant for Mrs. in the world, especially for women like me, women who are involved in their grassroots communities, women who are mothers. I'm a mother of one. It ties into my personal platform, which is foster abuse awareness. I was a foster child. I was an abused foster child. And so often, not only are grown folks who are abused completely counted out, but especially our foster youth. And so WIN is very near and dear to my heart, because it brings awareness to foster abuse awareness as well. And as you said, so many different types of abuse tie into that. And the more we speak about it, the more we bring awareness to it, the more we call that out, the more that we can pass that education on to the next person.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so much of this is about opening it up for general discourse, which oftentimes does not happen. And I love that you're out there putting yourself out there in your story, because people connect to these personal stories. And tell us a little bit about how it's been for you to be on this trail, really sharing who you are, because so much of when we see people win, it's because you've been your authentic self, right? Not just a face for something, but you've been able to dig deep and be vulnerable in a sense, and share where people can really connect with your story.
Exactly. So pageantry is not just hearts and stars and crowns and sashes. Pageantry requires a lot of inner work as well. I went into my pageantry journey in 2014, and I was really excited. But I would look in the mirror and I would say, okay, well, who am I to represent my state? I mean, clearly God saw fit, but I saw that I had to do a lot of inner work, and to be okay with receiving receiving. When, of course, when you're in survival mode and you're just trying to live and get things done, it's hard to receive. So pageantry really helped me soften my heart and my mind to receive love and support from my community, love and support from the international communities as well. And I know that without that inner work, I would not be sitting here today.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think that to me, that's really where the authenticity comes in, because it is something that I'm sure the judges even see through, right? Like there's, one thing about like, hey, I'm doing this just because I love pageants, but there's another thing to be like, no, I'm representing something that's greater than myself that makes me really be fueled to do this. How can people kind of follow up with you as Miss Washington Globe 2022 as you continue on this journey?
Yes, yes, yes. So, as I said, I will be going to represent the state in Palm Springs in May. Until then, go to mrsglobe.com. You can find my profile there. Vote for me, vote for me, vote for me. And also just keep up with the campaign. I'll be on Instagram, Facebook at Vonnie. Make sure to go and follow me. Follow all of the Mrs. Globe platforms on Instagram and Facebook. And it's so, so, so much fun. It's completely glamorous. And it's just great to see all of these ladies who are crowned and sashed and who are powerhouses, each individual just powerhouses doing the work and getting things done. So keep up on social media, and yeah, just keep up on my pages. I'll keep you guys all in the loop.
Well, there we go. I mean, you're talking about a lot going on in community. And, not only is it that there's this need to do something on the pageant side, but Miss Devon, you too are doing something from a community perspective that allows people to dive into their form of fashion. And this, of course, we are talking about Ebony Fashion Week. I know so many people who look for this event are so excited when it comes on, really showcasing local folks that are creating amazing fashions. And I gotta tell you, I'm a huge fan because I'm somebody who's constantly shopping locally, really intentional about my Black dollars circulating in Black communities. Tell us more about, what got you to say, I need to do something even more. I'm going to do this Ebony Fashion Week. Tell us about the beginnings.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Ebony Fashion Week is my second baby. So Ebony Fashion Week was founded out of my love for pageantry, community service, and fashion. I've been modeling in the Pacific Northwest since 2008, went into pageantry in 2014. And in 2016, so much momentum was picked up. I was like, okay, how do I keep this party going? And after modeling so long, I was like, how do I create a space like this for my community? And Ebony Fashion Week was born. To be clear, no relation to the Ebony Fashion Fair. We absolutely honor those who created that platform for us. Ebony Fashion Week is, or my mission at Ebony Fashion Week is to create a space for new and established models, designers, all Black folks, Black designers, Black models, Black hair and makeup, Black photographers, all Black everything. And the mission is to bridge the gap between grassroots communities and the high fashion industry, and ultimately to not just be here based in the Pacific Northwest, but to go all over the world. There are grassroots communities all over the world, and especially us Black folks, we use fashion to express ourselves more than anybody. And so it's just really exciting to pioneer the Pacific Northwest's first and only mainstream fashion platform for the celebration of Black culture, history, art, and fashion. One more point. Oh my gosh. So in 2020, in the heart of our pandemic, we were so, so blessed to forge a partnership with Estee Lauder. And so that was exciting. We're just going to continue to move forward. God is really touching the platform. And so Fashion Week Noire was founded out of that partnership. And so now we are Ebony Fashion Week presenting Fashion Week Noire, which will be happening this Sunday.
Oh my gosh. This is beautiful.
Yes.
You said something there that really strikes me. And anybody who watches the Morning Update show, oh, they know. I wear myself on my clothes, right?
Okay.
Like it's just
Mhm.
it's like it's a real thing. And whatever I'm feeling that day, I find a way to incorporate it into my style, into my wardrobe. And I get so much great love on this platform here. Thank you to all the viewers who are always showing me love for my different outfits and my glasses and my aesthetic. But the idea is that, as Black community and Black folks across this country, we've always done that. So one of the things I'm loving to see is that we're recognizing the gems in our own communities. We're recognizing that I don't care if you are a major label or not. I'm going to support you because I think your stuff is dope. I want to wear it, right? You have something that you're showcasing and I want to be able to put it on my body. So I love that we are really opening up to supporting our local fashion designers. That is huge. Tell us about some of the connections that you've been making in community with regard to Ebony Fashion Week, because I know it takes a whole team.
Oh, it takes work. It absolutely takes work. So, some of the things that we've been doing, as I mentioned, I was a foster child, and our fostering fashion campaign, which we are launching this year, is specifically for foster youth who are interested in fashion, who want to showcase or who want to walk the runway themselves. It's all about the cause at the end of the day. And so, it's really exciting to just move forward and to continue to provide space. We've showcased Black designers who have been featured in Essence and Vogue, and then this Sunday, we're going to be showcasing a designer whose very first show is Ebony Fashion Week and Fashion Week Noire. So, I mean, just those connections, both those mainstream and grassroots connections are really what it's all about.
It really is. And again, bringing that mainstream to the community is important too, so we can continue to support our Black fashion designers out there, regardless of where they are. Thank you so much for that. Make sure you look right there in that camera and tell people how they can touch up with Ebony Fashion Week, how they can come out and support on Sunday.
Absolutely. So get your tickets. Oh my goodness. We are doing Ebony Fashion Week presents Fashion Week Noire, White Chocolate and Gold this Sunday at Washington Hall beginning at 6:30 p.m. It is going to be glorious. We are showcasing 3 designers, all Black, everything, you guys. And even if you are not Black, if you just want to celebrate the essence of Black culture with us, come on through. You can wear your finest or you can come as you are. Just come ready to have an incredible, incredible time.
Oh, sounds so amazing. I got to see some of the beauty of Ebony Fashion Week. And let me tell you, great job. I so appreciate you for utilizing not just your platform in that way, but also your passion that shows through. And I think that that really fuels so many of us who are doing these amazing kind of community efforts. So I'm so glad you were able to come today.
That means so much to me because if I, this former foster kid, ward of the state, if I can create a platform, if I can walk into pageantry and create a platform, if God can do it for me, He can do it for anyone. And so, if anything, I just want to show with my life, God, just use me for what you want me to do, and to just show that anybody can do this. Just put your mind and heart into it. Don't worry about what the naysayers say, and just go forward, and you will continue to be blessed. So I really appreciate the support. We are a grassroots organization that are continuing to skyrocket, and I look forward to seeing where we go. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. To the stars. Well, thank you again. Thank you again.